This here is a portable cooler and heating unit, aka air conditioner. This is great for those who are traveling, maybe you're into tenting, camping, off-grid living. This little thing is from Cybertake and the model is the S2 Pro. This is an upgrade from their previous model, the S1 Pro, which only did cooling. This one now does cooling and heating. So that's what this video is about. I want to take you through what this is like, show you its power consumption, and just give you an idea, how much noise it produces, how easy it is to use it, and also just what it feels like pumping out cool air and also hot air. So if you're interested in getting this, check out the link I'm leaving for you in the description of this video. As I said, this is from the Cybertake company. It looks futuristic. I think it's pretty dang cool actually. Anyways, my name is John and this is Gel Reviews. Please subscribe. Now everything fits into this really durable and rugged storage bag. It's got a bunch of these little hang points that go all the way around. It's got more hang points here if you want to hang things off there. You have this stretch pocket in which I have the manual and the wireless remote. On the base of the bag, you have a zippered area. You can open it right up and it's got a floor insert to put on there. It's got these little rubber feet on the bottom there. It comes with a side carry bag in which the power supply unit is kept and some drain hoses. Up on top here in this little bag up here, we've got the front and the back casings which take your hose adapters as well. That's the whole S2 Pro, whole kit and caboodle. This is your heater, this is your cooler, this is everything you need, all packed up in here, ready to rock and roll. It's got these elastic bands that hold your hosing and your front and rear plates as well. Here's the front and rear face adapters, and here are the hoses, and they fit inside one another. Up at the end bag, this is our drainage hose. We have our power supply adapter right here. As we open it up, there is the actual unit. There's another pocket area here if you want to keep anything in there. So we'll pull it out. The bag is extremely high quality and the current asking price by the company is $99. I definitely recommend getting one of these if you're going to be getting the S2 Pro. So let's take a look how to connect up the S2 Pro. So first of all, you have this 48 volt power supply unit. This has a rubber casing on the outside just to protect it from any knocks and bumps and drops. The output is 48 volts. What I'm going to be using today is my All Powers R600, and this is what I take with me camping. The top rating on this unit is 600 watts and the top draw of the S2 Pro is 550 watts. So my portable battery supply will have no problems firing this up. So we're going to be connecting up the power supply here. On the rear side of the S2 Pro, this is where you have your power supply. And this is what the end looks like. So this will connect in there. Nice and neat. So very, very simple. Now, obviously, power supply wise, you can have a portable battery. This only has a battery capacity of 299 watt capacity. So it's not that big. You might have a generator set up at your camp. This will be perfect for that. You may have AC power supply at your campsite. If you don't have that, you can also purchase from Cybertake the 48 volt booster. So basically that uses a Anderson plug and you can connect it to your 12 volt power supply like a car battery, a secondary battery, and then that will invert it to be able to power up the S2 Pro. So one way to activate this is simply via the control panel. There is the power button right there and we simply hold it for 2 seconds. That's turned on and it is immediately blowing. The very first thing that you will notice, there is a blue LED light there, meaning that it is in the cooling mode. When this is in the heating mode, you will have a red LED light. That's pretty cool, indicating visually straight away what mode your cooling or heating unit is on. Taking a closer look at the LCD control panel up here, there are buttons here and there are touch control buttons as well. For example, you got the fan here and you can push it up to higher fan settings. There are 6 in total. Then you have temperature controls here. Put it up higher. 16 degrees Celsius is the lowest. The M here is for max mode. As soon as you hit that, it will chuck it into max mode cooling. You have a timer function right there. You can go up to 12 hours and then it'll shut down automatically if that's what you like. That's your on off button. This button is your various different modes. Your dehumidification mode, fan or air cooling mode. That's not the air conditioning mode, that's just the fan cooler. And you have the heating mode. The moment you put it into heating mode, this goes in red. So that's a great indicator. So that is the heating mode. And this button here is your eco mode. You have Eco Plus, and this will put it in its most silent mode, most efficiently run mode. And then you just have Eco mode, which is not as silent and not as efficient as Eco Plus mode. They are your modes. To turn it off, you simply hold that for 2 seconds and that will power off. And of course, the other way that you can power the unit is via the wireless control unit. So you need to pair this to that, and that's very easy. Once it's paired, then you can use this to turn this on and to do whatever the LCD panel here will do, except you have the option of doing this from inside, say your tent or whatever the case may be. Now to turn it on, we're simply going to hold it on and you can see the unit turns on. And then you've got all the functions here upon your wireless control unit. I want to turn it up a fan speed, it turns up. This will tell me the temperature that I have it set to. This will give me the ambient temperature, 19 degrees right here today where I am. And this will tell me the humidity, 61% humidity. I can change my temperature settings there. Another thing I can do is I can press the light button, and this will just turn that screen on and off. And then you've got your eco mode, you've got your mode settings, you've got your max mode, your timer function, and then your on off button. So the other thing that this can do is it's magnetic and it'll attach to, say, your pole. There you go. If you have something magnetic that you can attach this to the side of your car, the side of your trailer, that's pretty cool. It just lives inside, and from inside you can turn your S2 Pro on or off. Okay, what I want to do is just talk a bit about the power consumption upon the S2 Pro. So Cybertake states that this runs at 1500 watts or 1.5 kilowatts, the equivalent of 5,100 BTUs. That's for the cooling component of this. Just to compare, I have a 5x5 office and I have an internal inverter air conditioner, and that is rated at 3.5 kilowatts or 12,000 BTUs. So this is 1.5 kilowatts. So this is not for a large space or a massive office, but perfect for like small caravans, tents, or small spaces. It will be perfect. Now, just to give you an idea of the amount of power it's consuming, I've got it at the moment on Eco Plus mode, and I'm running it at 20 degrees Celsius. How much power is that drawing at the moment? Is drawing at, actually it's now jumping up to 41, 43. So what the company states is that this will draw 100 watts per hour in the eco mode setting. So you could see that it just fluctuated. It's climbing up a bit more now. 65, yep. I've even put it down to 18 degrees and I've just had it there for a little while. Once again, Eco Plus mode, and it is just sitting nicely at around 78 watts output. Now, in terms of the level of noise, well, I have to say that this is very, very quiet. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm trying to get a bit closer. On the Eco Plus mode, it is nice and quiet. I think 40 decibels is its sort of lowest sound levels. In this mode, if you were to leave this on, say in your tent, if it's a hot summer's night like here in Australia, and you were to leave this cooling in eco mode, and it's actually doing a really nice job, I must say. That feels really, really cool. Then this is actually going to be fairly whisper quiet. I now just want to show you how much power draw there will be if this was to go on its max mode. So max mode, it chucks it down to 16 degrees Celsius. It's on cooling. And now I'm going to show you how much power this will draw just from my little battery supply. So it's already going up to 106. Now on max mode, it is currently blowing out 17.8 degrees. Well, that's the ambient, but I'm holding it right in front there. Now the power draw, it's 307, climbing a little bit more. That's the current power draw upon max mode. And it's just gone down to 292. I could hear the compressor kick in. It's blowing at its maximum and it's gone down to 248 watts there, as you can see. Hope this gives you a bit of an idea as to what to expect in the maximum cooling mode. And it is actually very, very nice and cool. I must say that's really pleasant. What I now want to show you is the power consumption in its heating mode. So let's turn it on to its heating mode. There we go. That's the little sun. And this will just take a moment to kick in. I can hear everything slowing right down. You can see the change of light color there, indicating it's now getting ready to go into its heating mode. I'm going to turn it up to its maximum setting, which is right there. It has now just started to blow out air. This is just getting started. I can expect that this is going to go all the way probably up to 500 or 550 watts output. Okay, it probably only took about 60 seconds and I now can feel warm air pumping out. So that's actually pretty impressive. After a minute, the power draw is already going up to 400 watts. I can hear it's probably increased in its volume here. And that's actually very nice warm air coming out of the unit there. Beautiful, beautiful warm air flowing out of the S2 Pro. The power draw seems to be sitting around 531 watts. And yeah, working very nicely, heating up very, very quickly. And this is at its sort of its maximum temperature setting. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea what to expect and the amount of power consumption this thing will draw. Let's take a look at the dimensions and the weight of this unit. Well, we are talking in terms of length, it's 48 centimeters long. It is 26 centimeters wide and it is 35 centimeters high. In terms of weight, we are talking about 12 kilos max with that. As you can see, it's a very, very nice looking unit. Like this looks a little bit more futuristic, if I be honest. The handle on here is very durable. It's got a plastic material around the outside. The front blowout port, it's adjustable like so. So the unit itself is a very, very tidy unit. I love the look of it. I think it looks professional. It looks futuristic and it just feels like a premium build of a product. Now let me cover off on how to use these flexible hoses. Now, if you're choosing to keep this unit on the outside, okay, you don't want it inside your caravan, you don't want it inside your tent, okay, you want it as silent as possible, that's where you'll need this plate. This plate fits on very, very easily. There are two little openings there. The feet go inside and it simply lifts up and it snaps into place. Listen to this. If you're gonna be keeping this on the inside of your tent, that's where you'll be using this plate right here. Putting this into two little locating slots there, it lifts up and snaps into place. So there are two sizes here. Now at the end of this flexible hose, it has an adapter plate that simply fits into here like this. And that's it, clips into place, no problem. These extend out to, I think it's around 1.5 meters, okay? Just like that, okay? The beauty of this is you can make this whatever shape you want. Okay, have a look at that. And then when you're finished, you simply compress it all together. It's actually brilliant. There we go. So let's just put this on. Boom, and boom. If you set this unit outside, you put both of these air ducts into your tent. This is going to draw air out of your tent through the condenser, and then inside your tent is going to blow the nice cool air or warm air depending on what mode you have it set to. Now let's just say you want to have this unit on the inside. That's where your back plate comes into play. So what we'll do, we'll take off the air ducts. Same principles apply. We simply connect this on. Boom. This is now inside, and both of these hoses are drawn to the outside of the space that you are trying to cool or heat. Now, if you ever need to use the drainage function, well, then you have a drain hose. You've got 2 drain ports here. Just open up one of them. And this is then where you would attach it like this. And then it will simply be draining out whatever condensation is happening inside the unit. If you ever need to clear out the air filter, well, on the back side, this is where it is, and you simply blow it out, wash it out. On the front, it's simply down here, and simply wash this out. So the price on the Cybertake, I just checked their website, and at the time of recording, this is now down to 1,619 Australian dollars for the unit. If you want the bag, and I highly recommend the bag, $99. If you want the wireless control, then this is going to set you back $49. And as I mentioned, if you want the 48 volt booster, so you can plug it in via Anderson plug to your 12 volt system, that's going to be about $229 if you want that functionality with the S2 Pro. Now, there is also an app you can download upon your smartphone, whether it's Apple or whether it's Android, and you can pretty much have similar functionality as this via your app. To be honest, I would actually prefer just to have this where it's magnetized. I don't have to worry about Bluetoothing my phone to the S2 Pro because I've always got this on the go, and I think this is actually a little bit better than the app, to be honest. So if you're interested in this, check out the link that I'm leaving for you in the description. I hope this video was informative for you if you're thinking about getting this kind of a product for your cooling or heating needs, you know, as you're camping or getting away. Yeah, I just am blown away just how, number one, efficient it is. Secondly, just how quiet it actually is. Yeah, just the quality of this particular product. If you're into one of these things, I'm definitely giving it the thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I will catch you on the next one.